Come along with us on a journey of meandering exploration. We will laugh, we will cry, and most importantly, we will waste an hour so we don't have to hang out with our families. Whether we're bringing the sexy or telling you to fuck off, Teddy, Ashtray, Oracle, and Mystic will do it with enough enthusiasm to barely keep you awake. So strap in and strap on for another ride with the only show on the internet that has more episodes than viewers. This is the Red Eye Report.
All right.
Word. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in tonight's episode of the Red Eye Report, we're talking about facilitated communication. On the short bus tonight, we have Mystic, who points with a Mexican churro to his letterboard, which only has 3 phases: fuck off, feed me, and new diaper, please.
Yeah. The new diaper, please, is the most used one, obviously.
Yeah, it's covered in churro grease. Oracle, he used to try and hook up with girls in college by typing poetry with his cock to the keyboard. But it's technically not facilitated communication because nobody would hold it for him.
Oh. Yeah, it's a lonesome endeavor.
Check out, ladies. I care about handicapped people myself. Then we have Teddy. Experts thought he was severely nonverbal autistic because he could only type out boom boom. But eventually they realized he's just really fucking high.
Science finds a way. Science, bitch.
And then there's me, Ashtray, whose handicap is the complete opposite of nonverbal because he won't shut the fuck up. And this is the Red Eye Report.
That is true. Will not shut the fuck up.
Before we get into our main topic, it is time for a weekly Danish County Humane Society.
Danish County.
There we go.
County.
Pause for the cause. Pet of the week. Pet of the week is Brandy-O. It is a Belgian racing pigeon who was given up because every race she'd just fly to the nearest Arby's.
Nice.
That fat bastard.
Went to an Arby's the other day and they had no roast beef.
What?
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
That's
They
their
were like, we're
fucking-
out of roast beef.
What
I
the
was
fuck
like,
did they
that's
have?
the whole point. Like, they had still have chicken.
Like turkey.
I think they have
Chicken. Who goes to
burgers.
fucking Arby's for chicken,
Yeah, right.
man?
That's what I was saying. I was like, nah, I'm good. That is true.
Somebody watching their calories goes to Arby's for chicken or turkey, okay? They want to eat
Sure.
out. They want fast food, but they want it fast and
Yeah,
healthy.
no,
okay?
that's exactly what you're like. I'm gonna watch my weight. Let me get Arby's.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let me get
Arby's
6 of them chicken
turd.
sandwiches, homie.
All right. Oracle, I got a couple of clip links at the top there. Have any of you heard of facilitated communication?
That is a negative.
I think I heard about it on what was that show about the telepathic telepathy tapes.
Oh, that telepathy tapes? Yes, that
Yeah.
was that's like
Is this
fucking
like
number
some-
one podcast
Who's that dude?
last year.
Who's that scientist?
Last year and then this year, I think they had season 2 as well.
Yeah, telepathy tapes, if you haven't heard about it, is basically this podcast series claiming these autistic people have like supposed telepathic powers.
Yeah, no, that
And
makes
can
sense.
read people's minds. And
Sure.
yeah, it's like fucking stupid popular, but at the same time, it's like, you know, anyone with a brain is like,
Mystic's like, yeah, Mystic's like, that tracks.
Yeah, no,
the
it
thing
tracks
is,
that people would watch something like that. I'm just saying.
the evidence that series uses is basically, you know, anecdotal evidence, and the anecdotal evidence comes from facilitated communication. Facilitated communication is basically, it's a scientifically discredited technique that claims to allow nonverbal people, such as those with severe autism, to communicate using a facilitator, guiding the disabled person's arm or hand in an attempt to help them type on a keyboard or
Really?
letterboard.
Okay, so
it's like a Ouija board, but like in a
Yeah, with
in
people.
nursing home or something.
You've nailed it. It is like a Ouija board, which is fast forward a little bit there, but the Ouija board is an example of the idiometer effect,
Yeah.
where
Heard
facilitators
of that.
do not believe they are the source of the message, just like a Ouija board.
Right.
Um,
So when you said facilitated communication, I thought you meant like Stephen Hawking, like robot voice type shit.
Yeah.
Like, hello. You know.
yes, no, and exactly.
You didn't have to do the voice. We understood what you said.
No,
This is-
I have to do the voice.
He's
It's
like, I
in
have
my
to- it was a-
nature.
So yeah,
It's
if
like
you
when
watch
black people call me, and
clip
I'm like,
here
"Man."
that-
He was all like, "What the fuck?"
Oracle's got playing, you'll see part of the criticism, and like watch these people. The facilitators are the helper, or sometimes it's like a in-home care person. Often it's the mother.
Yeah.
They help. There's different ways of doing it. Sometimes they'll hold the elbow of the patient. Sometimes they'll hold, like you saw in those clips there, to like hold the hand right here and like moving it. Sometimes it's just a hand on the shoulder. Or other times the facilitator isn't touching the patient, but they are holding a letterboard. And the patient then is pointing to letters to type out a message. And the method, it started in the 70s. In 1977 by Rosemary Crossley in Australia. And through her efforts, she popularized it, and it spread to the United States by the 80s. And then, of course, it's like
shorts pulled up to his tits. Look at that kid.
Leave the kids alone. They're trying to learn, goddammit.
the
Asshole.
so the method
Fucking
and the
kids
belief is that these patients, even though
Jesus, it was stick.
a number of them have been
So high.
like medically diagnosed as having severe mental handicaps, like to where
Right.
they don't even believe that they're capable of forming complete sentences. But all of a sudden, through facilitated communication, they can start to
Right, so that's my thing. Like, if you said it wasn't, like, if they can't form sentences, how do you know if they can spell correctly and things like that? So,
exactly. And so it's different than something like Stephen Hawking reused it. And that's the thing, is like there are, probably thousands, tens of thousands of people who legitimately use like in a technologically assisted communication. Like there are
Oh,
people
for
with
sure,
autism that they can't speak, but they themselves can touch and type out on an iPad
Yeah.
or a letterboard. Or like with Stephen Hawking, it was it used to be he had a clicker, but as his body degraded, it was kind of like they got a thing that tracked his eye movement, and he used the software that he could like spell out words, and also almost, this is pre-AI,
Probably use
but
phrases and
the
shit.
program, that like learned a lot of his regular phrases and stuff. But that is Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, I mean, he's fucking one of the smartest dudes that ever lived, for sure. So
Yeah,
like,
so I guess that's assisted communication.
So
Is
facilitated communication is the term, but that is where there is a second person
right. Okay.
who is
no,
in
but
some-
what I think what he's saying is, what is Stephen
Yeah,
Hawking?
what was the
That's-
Stephen
that's
Hawking?
assisted then, right?
probably assisted communication. I don't know like the technical term or medical term,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but there are plenty of patients who successfully use that.
You know what's funny? Before you go on, I was just watching cat videos because I'm an idiot,
Mhm.
and one
Yeah.
of them was like this woman's cat like had little things that it would step on and it would say phrases. And she's like,
Yeah, I've seen that-
"Oh,
I've
he
seen that for
wants
dogs,
blah,
too."
blah blah," and I'm like, "No, he doesn't. He doesn't fucking know what
Yeah.
that means. Shut the. What are you doing?
He's
This
like,
is the
yeah,
same concept. Like she
like,
wants
there's-
it to be this way. Like that's
there's no I want to kill you button for the
right.
cat.
Exactly. I'm gonna eat your face.
Yeah.
Jesus, how
So-
high are you?
Yeah, I would say that.
Super high. Dude.
Bowl got me all frog-throated. So the method became so popular in the 80s here in the U.S. and things like primetime TV with Diane Sawyer or whatever, and Reader's Digest like spread this. It started to spread like gospel.
Well, yeah, these people whose kids couldn't speak and communicate with them now, they feel like they have a way to
Yeah,
exactly.
talk
And
to their
what
kids. I mean, what parent would want to do that? Yeah.
explore
Right.
that, let alone believe in it, because most of these people didn't realize that this method took off in Australia and spread to the U.S. But they're like the people who started looking into it. They're like, well, wait a minute. There's no there's no school of thought behind. There's no. It's not like American Sign Language
There's
where
no
there's a
science.
history.
Yeah.
Exactly, and no science. There's been no peer review, or basically any accreditation to this technique, and it by the 90s it was being discredited. There's a really good episode that some of these clips are from called "Prisoners of Silence" by Frontline, which I believe was done in like '93.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks like 93 for
Right.
sure.
So yeah, I guess how does the how does it work? Like besides somebody just fucking
How it works?
hitting
Like
the
something.
button for
If
somebody
you
else.
re-click that top link there, it should restart at that queue. But it is essentially a facilitator who takes a course, and sometimes it's only like 2 days of training.
Nice.
And
So they're
they
like
will then
chiropractors.
they will work with the patient and help guide their hand or hold their elbow, some form. There are a lot of, or just holding the letterboard, but they are a go-between, because the theory behind it is that some of these severely autistic people have such problems with their motor skills that they can't type because of that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, well, if I help stabilize his elbow or hold his hand, like that'll stabilize his hand so he can type. But then who's doing the typing?
Right. That's what I mean.
That becomes a question.
It's like the Ouija board
Once
concept.
it got discredited in the 90s,
Mystic ain't got no eyes.
it didn't really go away.
Huh?
Said Mystic ain't got
And-
no eyes.
Yeah, right?
You're close as fuck.
He'd be
What?
a great facilitated communicator.
I think Mystic's gonna need a,
I need a facilitator.
yeah,
It's
facilitated
changed.
communicator.
Oh, my God.
New diaper, please. So the communication partner is what the term is for the patient with autism. Sometimes it's cerebral palsy. The facilitator is the person, the caregiver, who's supporting or holding the letterboard. So after it's
I
been
don't know why that was
discredited, it's
funny.
now under different names. Some call it supported typing. Some call it progressive kinesthetic feedback.
I'm watching that woman right here. Like, these people are just fucking hitting buttons and
Right.
And they're also, look at how many of those people are not looking at the board.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
this
why I was like,
front
how is
line.
this even? I mean, it just looks like somebody just typing it out, and they happen to have an autistic person's hand
shit. Right.
in their
Right.
hand.
Yes, and so the like this Frontline episode shows they have like this woman who is like a speed typer, like had one of the fastest records in the US, and they're like, she's so fast, like she does not need to look at the keyboard to type, but her or anyone good with typing, it's you touch to type method, and you have to register yourself a reference point as the home keys. Once you're at the home keys, it's like playing an instrument,
Muscle
F and
memory.
J,
at
bro.
that point, yeah.
But they then showed they had this this speed typer, like for as much knowledge and familiarity with a keyboard she has, they then have her close her eyes and with one finger try typing out a message,
Right.
and they're like, yeah, it just can't be done.
So I have a question. Is this like the same? You know, I mean, I feel like these people are being amoral and kind of preying on the feelings of these parents.
These parents, exactly. Yes.
Just like how people that think they can talk to the dead prey on fucking people who just had someone die. You know what I mean? Like these people want to talk to their loved ones, or they want their kid to be able to type.
Some of those claims, like, oh, some of these autistic people could talk to ghosts too. And it's like, people are eating this shit up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yes, they're preying on it. Like the, American Autism Association, like there are multiple of these accredited health institutes and agencies have all, like, blatantly said that facilitated communication is disproven and it's not recommended by us. So if you click on that second link there, the double blind test.
So these are fringe people then doing this, right? This isn't like a fucking...
Well, it still has like a huge support base and people who like want to believe it. Syracuse University has their own department. They are kind of like
really
Mecca. They are like Mecca for. There was a like northern, I think it might have been a northern Iowa university that had created its own department for it for I think 4 to 5 years or so, until like they basically enough people in the scientific community were like showing them like, listen, look it, like you can't be doing it. And they shut their department down. But this you see here is the double blind test, where they will take the facilitator and the patient and they put them on each side of this long wall, and then they drop down these photos. Sometimes each one would see a photo of a cat. Then they have the facilitator come over to the patient and they ask the patient, what picture did you see? To type out cat. But they go back and do it again, and like one side, it's a dog for the patient, and then for the facilitator, it's like a Wendy's dumpster. And so like the facilitator goes back over and every time the facilitator was influencing and typing out for the image that they saw, but not for the image the patient saw. And they did like 180, and some of these people who were part of the study were like, they wanted it to work. It sounds amazing, but like out of 180, all 180
not how science works.
Exactly.
Really, all of them failed. Wow.
They all failed. And there also too, there'd be just general questionnaires of like things that the patient would know, but the facilitator wouldn't. Like, what is, like, what color's grandma's house? And then like it would just be a completely wrong answer. Or like, what's our dog's name? And the supporters of this program always claim, in these studies, they're too nervous. Like they were just making mistakes. This is not comfortable for them. Even though it's like, we're not putting you with like a facilitator you don't know. Like, you're working with this person you're working with. Some of these people are supposedly in college. Like these people, there are people using facilitated communication who have college degrees now. What got me down this rabbit hole was this news story about Woody, this book called Upward Bound. It's like a New York Times bestseller. And it's written by Woody Brown, this 21-year-old kid with severe autism. You can click on this link. There is the New York Times punking us. And, it's a feel-good story about this guy with autism. And he wrote this best-selling book. And, his mother is his facilitator. And he's got, like two degrees from college, like in a master's course in like literature. And the thing is, though, his mom also conveniently was like her job was like reviewing movie scripts for a living before she quit to take care of him full time. Like, his mom already is probably a writer.
Right.
And even critics of the book are like, it actually is a really good book. But it's like, you're claiming that he wrote this book, one paragraph a day.
Yeah, right.
He's like making references to like the Mary Tyler Moore Show. It's like, did he really watch the Mary Tyler Moore Show?
Mary Tyler Moore Show. The dude
Or,
can't even
like,
put his pants on by himself.
There's another scene where he like describes like being in a pub, and it's like, you know, written like someone who's really been in a pub, and it's like, come on now.
Yeah.
And then it started getting a lot of flack online because people watched this Today Show interview, and he's like, blah, 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 you know, and this is one where mom's not holding his hand. But another type is where they just hold the letterboard. Problem is, the facilitator can move the letterboard.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I want to get the name of this audiobook. I want to get the audiobook and see if the narrator talks like an autistic person.
Yeah.
To bring it to life.
I know you, Mom.
And then so people are like reviewing the video and watching him type, and it's like they're reading listening to what mom's saying, and then they're actually writing down, slowing it down frame by frame, like each letter he's typing, and they're like, this is fucking gobbledygook. And while he's doing it, he's got an iPad next to him that's playing Thomas the Train. And of course, mom is like, oh, he needs that to ground him. You know, but otherwise he's this genius writer inside. But if he's watching Thomas the Tank Engine, he can write beautiful things. And
this is like that. You remember years ago where that fucking kid like made art? Like it turns out his parents were like doing it for her. She was like 6. And they were like, she's this art prodigy. It was in the 90s, dude. And like it turns out like the mom was actually the artist, and she was like doing it, and like it was hilarious to find out. I'm gonna look that up while you talk.
Yeah. So besides that, like it could be unethical. The fact that there's a lot of fucked up shit has come. A lot of allegations of abuse, where all of a sudden the autistic child, through the facilitator, like writes out like this one, the Wendrow family in Michigan. It was 2007, and they thought it was a dream come true. Their daughter's getting this method, and she's really advancing in class. And then all of a sudden, she types out one morning, "Daddy wakes me up." So it was something like, "Daddy wakes me up and bangs me. Then we go down for breakfast." And then, she started, to where it's just like, what? And so, of course, the facilitator goes to the police, and these messages, all of a sudden, it escalates. So they basically arrest. So she then claimed that that dad was abusing her in front of mom, and mom just looked the other way. So they take the kids away from them. They arrest the dad and the mom. The mom got out with an ankle bracelet. The dad, it was some ridiculous like $150,000 bail. Like they're just this working class Michigan family. He can't get out of prison, and all of a sudden, like everyone thinks he's sexually abusing his severely autistic daughter. And then they claim, oh, the 13-year-old brother, he actually abused me too, with dad in front of mom. And so then the police are like grilling. There's a sad video. This 13-year-old kid just has no idea what's going on. And the cops are like, tell us what your dad's doing to your sister. Like and then they even said, like, we've got video evidence. Like the cops are lying to try to get him to rat on his dad. And then the daughter, the handicapped daughter, claims, oh, dad and mom and the rabbi like came down to where she was. This is like after they already been arrested and separated. They came down and threatened me and said they'd send me to South Africa if I don't drop the charges. And
wow,
the rabbi, of course, the cops called the rabbi, and the rabbi's like, what? Like, no such thing fucking happened. And then she is also claiming like she's afraid of going to hell. But they're like, wait a minute, like she's Jewish.
Jews don't believe in hell.
How would she have the concept of fear of hell?
Yeah.
And So they then took that girl and her facilitator and did that double blind test, and found like she flat out failed. And they basically threw the case out, even though the prosecutors were like still pushing to try to make this case. And
I swear to God, this is a Law and Order episode.
Oh yeah,
I swear this is a Law and Order episode.
I'm afraid that my dad has, my dad's guns. And the cops are like, wait a minute, like what guns? Like we already like raided and searched all the computers. They searched the entire house. They're like, there were no guns there. There's no records of the family ever owning guns. So the family has since sued, I believe, the school, the police, or the prosecutor, the woman, the facilitator. And they've won, I think, at least 2 of those cases. Like the girl without the facilitator couldn't even answer the question, are you a boy or a girl? They take the facilitator out of the room. They ask the patient, the girl, are you a boy or a girl? And then have the facilitator come in, and she couldn't answer it. Then we get to the real granddaddy scandalous case, Anna Stubblefield. There's this documentary which I just kind of passed over on Netflix, and it's called Tell Them You Love Me. Anna Stubblefield was a professor at Rutgers University, and a philosophy professor, and she's also on like the fucking ethics board. She's married to a black man with 2 kids, and she has been working with this guy DJ, goes by. It's who has cerebral palsy, and
can I ask you, why'd you have to say like to a black man like that?
In the sense because
she's married to a black man.
She has that white saver. She has.
I'm just curious why the.
No, I forgot to mention because she's also with her history. She's in the full like I'm an anti-racist like. Throughout my entire life, I've done everything to like try to. So the white savior syndrome. That's the term I'm looking for.
Okay.
So she marries a black man, and then leaves that black man for another black man. This handicapped 33-year-old.
She left him for handicapped dick. Okay.
Yes, or handicapped dick. She supposedly, because she's the one doing the communicating.
I didn't know she left him for handicapped dick.
He said,
okay, we're good.
She's legit now.
Yeah, she's legit.
Where it's like, this is how much savior. Like, not only she want to help black people, but also she was like one of those like the most biggest minority or downtrodden minority is handicapped African Americans. And
she's really pushing that shit out.
This guy, supposedly,
she was with him for the benefits.
33-year-old DJ told her he loved her, and she loved him too. And she started to realize she'd been having feelings for him, but she's like, I got this husband and 2 kids. And
kill him.
Well, okay. When he said I loved you, was she facilitating for him?
Exactly, he was.
Okay.
So she was facilitating. She was doing the facilitated.
So all these communications.
Oh,
and the thing is, she used this thing. It was like a Casio, or Smith Corona like electronic keyboard where it had a little digital screen at the top, but it was like a electronic keyboard. Apparently, that keyboard actually, in its memory, still had all of these conversations when she got arrested.
Ooh.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, basically, she with her communication, just her and him together. And there is the records of these communications, but she was helping him type out how much he loved her and he wanted to seduce her. And they she told like we tried having sex when his mom was like not in the house, and like I had to help take his diaper off, and then he
my God,
and started pounding on the bed, and then I got the
because he didn't want to be raped,
and he had to type out like I'm a little excited that we just
I don't like big girls.
And then she, like, in her office at college on the campus, she, like, laid mats out and, like, they laid down together and, you know, like, had somehow made it work, you know? Took his
Somehow made it work.
How much of, I mean, she's a facilitator, so she must have to facilitate a lot of this shit. I mean, it's
Well,
Yeah.
exactly.
but
thing
at
is,
least
though,
she knew how to make him poke the right spots with his finger.
This woman is, like, so crazy. She
Yeah.
like, she's like, okay, are we gonna tell them, you know? And they're like, oh, you know, and he's like, I'm sure my family will support me, you know, like, my family loves me. And you know, she's like, I'm not really sure if we should tell them. But then they go up on, like, one Sunday and come into mom and brother at their little house, like, and Anna says, we have something to tell you, we're in love. And mama's just like, what?
I'm pregnant.
So she then, you know, the mom and brother are just like, what the fuck? Like, get out. Like,
Right.
you can't see our brother. Like,
You crazy bitch. We wanted you to help him talk, not fuck him.
yeah. And so then she wouldn't, and they didn't even go to the cops. They just, like, out, we're done with you.
Yeah.
But then she kept calling him. I miss DJ. Like, I just,
Oh my God.
like, let me explain my side. So they finally went to the college and are like, this bitch is claiming she's in love with our son and has had sexual relations with him.
She's out here raping handicapable people.
Yeah. And they then, of course, right away, the university's like, fuck, we need the cops
Yeah.
for this shit. So
Right.
It's that
that's
white girl
when
crazy. You need the
they
cops.
got a hold of the keyboard, you know, and, like, did this deep investigation in her. And she, yeah, it was because she wouldn't stop harassing the family. And, like, she's saying, like, how she's going to leave. She's going to divorce her husband and take care of him for the rest of his life. And she'd sign her name in blood. And it's like, what the fuck, bitch?
What? Crazy ass woman.
Yes. I mean, look at her.
Signed her name in blood.
So did she kill her family or?
No, she ended up
okay.
getting charged for 12 years for, you know, basically, like, having sexual relations with someone that the state deems, like, is incapable
of making that decision.
of giving consent. And also, they wouldn't let her use any of the actual conversations, the facilitated communication, because it is a discredited form of communication. So, like, those words couldn't even be brought into the court in her defense. So,
Dude, how messed up in your head you have to be to do that to somebody, especially when he can't? He's like, I didn't type I loved you. I didn't say any of this shit.
well, the thing is, now it becomes this thing where you almost start to wonder, like, was he in love with her? Because, like, I guess at the end, it's a great.
It's the first time he's seen titties. He probably was.
Mama, Mama talking about how she's like, now
She showed me her titties. Oh, I'm in love.
we got to put him on this medication. And this documentary, she's like, we had put him on this medication for all the masturbation.
Yeah, because he was just fucking cranking it.
Yeah, they took his titties away.
He's got his lover teacher taken away from him. Thing is, she then got an appeal, and she took a plea deal to say, basically, like, admit that what she did was wrong and illegal, and she took advantage of this person, and she wasn't allowed to say, like, but I love him, really, like that. But they gave her 2 years.
Wow. For rape.
Time served, and she's out.
That's crazy.
So she's in the documentary, and you kind of see how she's crafty, but almost, like, so crazy. Like, I think she does really believe it.
Yeah.
She has that kind of, like, that white savior mentality.
I let them be together, man. Who cares?
So yeah, now poor DJ is just cranking it alone.
Yeah, give him back his boobies, man.
Yeah, let him fuck like dogs.
I mean, yeah.
Out out on the mats.
Let love, the heart wants what the heart wants. Isn't that what Woody Allen said?
The heart wants what the heart. Yeah, as he's banging his 15-year-old daughter.
So that girl, it was in 2003. 2003. Her name was Marla Olmstead. At 3 years old, she was supposed to be an art prodigy, and compared to Jackson Pollock, her paintings went for a total of about $300,000 before they found out CBS, actually 60 Minutes, put a hidden camera in the fucking girl's art studio and found out the dad was fucking doing it.
That's awesome.
That's hilarious. Gotcha, bitch.
So, yeah, check out that documentary. Tell Them You Love Me on Netflix. And watch crazy. Out. Don't put much faith in this. And it's just sad because, like, a lot of these families had to, like, this shit blew up in their face.
Like, it just taking hope.
There's another woman in Australia, some woman who's just like, when he was running around the room, like in a tizzy, I just decided to take all my clothes off. And then, we play wrestled, and I touched his penis with my hands and or mouth. And it's
what the fuck?
This is a whole separate
jerked
woman.
him off for 45 minutes.
Whole separate woman, and she, like the dumbass, told her employer what she was doing, and of course she got fucking fired and arrested.
What an idiot.
Yeah, you can't fuck the patients. Okay,
No.
That's like rule number one.
Don't
rule number
fuck
one,
the
rule number one
patients.
yeah,
You
rule
gotta,
number one is don't
first
kill
day
them.
of
Rule
medical
number two is
school.
don't,
Don't fuck the patients.
don't fuck the
Alright.
patients.
There you do, yeah. Before you grab the gauze, don't fuck the patients.
I mean, don't let them die, but don't fuck them either.
All right. So that's
Unless they gotta
facilitated
die, then you might
communication.
have to.
You might have to fuck them.
Oh yeah. Also known as written output communication enhancement or rapid prompting method. That's the new big one. People, like, I'm sure the telepathy tapes calls it that. All right, moving along to our What's Sexy section. First up, we have Oracle with Legos.
Been building some Legos, little cars and shit with the potato. Built a fucking monster truck tonight. They have these kits, these Lego kits where you actually, you build it and it's an actual kind of toy that you can play with. They're pretty fucking cool. So we've done like I think 4 of them now. 4 of these kits. We did a Lightning McQueen. We did like some kind of logging fucking truck and like a tractor.
I can only handle
I
this.
got a DB5 right here.
Nice.
Ooh.
Is that
The
Legos?
Mario back here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw the Mario. Got the question block downstairs.
Is it a lot of kind of custom pieces that make it look more model-like?
Yeah,
Pretty
they do a pretty good job. Actually, the monster truck, like that thing, you could play with that fucking thing and it won't come apart. I was pretty impressed by that. Yeah, a lot of fun.
And these regular size Legos, not the big blockos.
Yeah, they're regular size ones, but it's all completely custom to that build or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of fun. They're not cheap. They're like $35 a pop or whatever. You could get like super ass expensive ones if you want.
Oil prices.
I remember I took my son to Legoland, and there was this real fat couple there. They had this basket with them it was like a wagon that was empty, and they waited to get to the park, and they went to the Lego store, and they just started. Apparently, this new part had just come out, and it was in these 2 bins, and they emptied out like 1 full bin to go buy this part, and people were kind of pissed. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, "What are y'all doing?" And like, this part just came out, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, "So y'all are buying a bunch of the same part?" It's kind of weird.
Like selling them on fucking eBay or some shit.
Oh
Right.
yeah, there's a whole community that used to be called Bricklink, where people can basically type in an inventory. Like, I got X of these pieces, X of those pieces.
Sounds like Ashtray knows more about Legos than he lets on.
Oh yeah. Well, my buddy Tom, a big
Lego
fan of the
penises.
F1.
Oh,
Lego
the biggest
penises.
F1 fan in the
We're the
world. That's
biggest
right.
F1 fan. He used to sell a lot of stuff on Bricklink. It's kind of cool because like you could actually create an inventory of what you have. So it's like Lego people selling to Lego people.
It
Fucking
just sounds
nerds.
dirty. When,
Okay,
it
so
sounds
this
dirty when you
guy's
say it like
making
that.
fun of fucking F1 and he's
Yeah,
fucking
right.
selling shit on
Selling Legos.
Fucking out here
Bricklink.
selling Legos and shit.
You fucking nerd.
The fuck?
The fuck out of here.
All right. Moving on to Mystic, Mr. Dapper Sam.
So this guy, if you play this, he doesn't have a ton of views like on YouTube, I don't think, but I think he's a streamer, so it's Twitch and all that shit. But when he plays Call of Duty, he fucking does it like a sports cast. Like he fucking like does play by play and like just makes up products and shit to like that are sponsored. It's fucking great, dude. He's like I wish I had the talent because he's actually really good at the game too, to like play and fucking do that at the same time.
That's
I think it's pretty fucking
He's not just he's not watching other people's shows.
No, he's playing. That's he plays with like randos too, just random fucking people. So they don't know what's coming. So when they get into playing, he starts that music and he's like.
So he's actually playing while he's doing this?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's Mr. Dapper Sam. Yeah, like the guy, the main dude.
Wow, that's pretty good.
I don't think my brain would be able to.
Right?
That's what I mean. Like it's a lot, man. It's a lot to do, but it requires a talent I don't think I possess, and his voice is actually perfect for fucking.
Mm-hmm.
His voice is perfect for that newscaster, like sportscaster fucking thing, you know.
Right.
But yeah.
Cool. Moving on. Teddy, love me these compression socks.
Oh, so well, I did put it in there last week. Shit, I forgot. I'm changing it to my son made the honor roll, 7th grade AB honor roll.
Nice.
He only had 2 B's. So yeah, I'm proud of him. Really happy.
Good.
And yeah. But also, I got some compression socks. Those are cool too. I'm getting old. I kind of feel bad about mentioning those. Just kind of want to just move on from that.
I've had compression socks for years, dude. They're fantastic.
They're fucking fantastic. I'm on my feet like 12 hours a day at work. You know what I'm saying? And fucking at the restaurant. And I started wearing them. I'm like, this is awesome. So yeah. Yeah, compression socks, and my son is an AB honors.
I've never worn compression socks.
Yeah, no, I thought they would just
do they do
like,
for you?
Too tight.
I have bad ankle. I got a bad tendon in my foot, so I don't like walking. I have orthopedic insoles and shit to give me a higher arch. It's walking on it all day at the restaurant kind of sucks. With these compression socks, it helps with blood flow. I don't know what it's supposed. This is what the science says. It's supposed to help with blood flow and everything else, but it works. Like I feel like after working a full 12 hours, I feel like I've worked probably like maybe 7 or 6, 5.
Do you have just the socks, or do you have the actual compression stockings?
I have the ones that come up to my knees.
The stockings, yeah.
Yeah, they come up to my knees.
Too. Like
stockings are these longer? Is this?
Yeah, they have compression socks that come up to the ankle and things like that. But I have the ones that come all the way up to my thigh.
So are these just really fucking tight? Is that?
They're not really fucking tight. They're not uncomfortably tight. You can feel it. You can feel. I mean, you can feel the difference. I mean, when I take them off, you can see it. They lift the.
There's some of them that are. They go up to like 60, 70, whatever it is. Like,
yeah.
The nanometer fucking whatever the fuck their rating system is or whatever, but if you get like the mid-grade ones, yeah, right.
Your fucking feet, like you won't feel your feet anymore.
Super,
mommy.
It's like just a super stretchy fucking material.
Yeah.
So does it kind of like just prevent inflation from?
Yeah, it does.
Inflammation. Yeah.
Inflammation. Yes. I'm actually going to use them on the airplane on my plane ride because. They say if you use them on airplanes, it helps out a lot easier, a lot better too. Yeah. Especially on those super long plane rides, with blood flow and stuff. So because you're sitting for so long. So yeah.
Interesting.
It's supposed to be a fly hack if you want to feel better when you get off a long flight to wear compression socks.
I have to use it on my brace on the right side because I can't wear a sock inside the brace because it's so fucking. It's like so against my skin that like nothing will fit but one of those little compression stockings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Science, bitch.
Daddy's mom.
All right, moving on to me.
Whoa. What the? Listen here, you stone motherfucker.
You heard me.
Yo. Frigidaire Crunchy Ice Maker. This is a Mother's Day gift I got from
Frigidaire
for Lily. And I can like the thing more than I expected.
You bought her an appliance for Mother's Day?
Damn right.
God, dude.
Yeah, 1950s at its finest. Huh? Here's
The
your
most
vacuum cleaner, dear.
Midwestern thing I've ever
He
heard.
loves it. He loves it. It's a nice,
snowblower.
it's a little unit. It's like, maybe a third the size of a microwave, but about as tall as a microwave. All you have to do is plug it in, and it's got a reservoir in the bottom. You just like take your Brita pitcher, fill it up with water, and
Oh, you mean like
turn
an
it
ice
on.
maker?
And yeah, it's got some kind of spiral thing where it's
I mean,
making.
do you
like
have
little
to add
cubes.
water? Can
Wait, so
can
it
you make-
freezes water?
Yeah, so it makes ice cubes without having to add a water line to it. But it's those crunchy little ice cubes like at the hospital. Or sometimes that crunchy.
Are you
ice
trying to
cube-
remind her every day of her sipping ice cubes when she gave birth or something? What are you trying to do with this?
She loves ice. You don't know, Lily. We have
I
six
don't know,
ice
no.
cube trays in our freezer because we go through ice that much.
How many?
6 trays of ice cubes.
That's a lot of
Your
trays.
It is,
your refrigerator doesn't have an ice maker, you poor bitch.
Yeah, we are poor. We have an old school refrigerator with no screen.
I'll tell you what, ice makers are nice.
They are fucking fantastic.
And
Yes.
the thing is, you just leave it. So the ice bucket has a little. The thing isn't designed to like keep the ice nuggets frozen. It's just designed to make them.
So it makes. I mean, so do you have to?
So you have
we
to
can't-
transfer them to a freezer.
Yeah.
If you want to save them, you have to transfer them to a freezer. But like we have frozen some of them, but they all then freeze together as like a big fucking lump of ice.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
So
a pain
I mean,
to
is it?
So
break
it's kind of
it.
like
So-
a slushy machine.
not a slushy machine, but it's ice you could use
Yeah.
to make a slushy.
Does it?
Kind of
Okay.
ice.
So
It's-
does it,
You ever have those small ice cubes where you put them in your mouth
No, we
and you can chew them?
We know
Yeah,
what you're
yeah.
talking
No,
about.
it's
Yeah,
a
we know what you're
slushy
talking about.
machine without the fucking slush, the flavoring.
So, does it make them one at a time, or does it? Or does it
It
make
makes
like
like
a big
2 or 3 at
tray?
a time. They just kind of slowly spit out the top, like
Really?
pellets. Yeah.
That would piss me off because I gotta wait for a full cup, bro. I mean, really.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
how
it
long does
might
a full
take you
cup
about-
take?
It might take you about 20 minutes for the full cup to start.
What?
We leave the fucker running, and
For just
thing
one
is, as
cup, too?
the old ice cubes start to
Right.
melt.
And the old ice cube starts to melt. Does it have like a reservoir to put it back into the
Exactly.
system
It cycles.
circulator?
You can afford a fridge. Just go
Jesus,
buy a
just buy a
fridge,
fridge
with an ice maker
maker.
in it.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that crushed ice is shit. Plus, then we have to run a water
Mine,
line.
no. Mine has an option of whole ice, crushed ice, or dick sucking
Yeah,
ice.
there you go.
And that's cold.
Dick
Yeah.
sucking ice.
Go,
Yeah.
go the full American way. Get the biggest fucking fridge.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
just like a
I'd have to
Humvee
take it,
of
tap it
a
out.
fucking fridge.
The Texas,
Right?
the Texas King fridge.
I mean, just sitting there with a cup, like every minute and a half, ice, like a little tiny pellet drops. I'm like, I'll just go to the gas station, grab a bag. Fuck that. Just keep it in the freezer.
Store a
It makes
whole
it faster
cow,
than you think.
guaranteed.
It makes it faster than you think.
If
Anyway,
it's 20
I
minutes
love
for a cup, I'm sorry, no.
Can I get you a drink?
But if you leave it
It'll be
running
20
all day,
minutes.
it's got ice in it, Teddy. As long
Okay.
as you keep putting water in it, like,
Mhm.
it'll
Yeah.
always have ice in it.
See, my fridge, I can just go down right now and get ice.
But you
I don't have
said,
to add water.
it doesn't keep it frozen. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
keep it as ice.
Well, if the bottom ice starts to melt, new ice is being spit out the top. So there's always some ice in it.
Jesus.
It's like a little conveyor just spitting, pooping out ice cubes to the top.
Just
It's
move on.
beautiful.
Just move on.
You should put like a little fucking like dog's asshole, like
Yeah, bump
a
sticker.
sticker right there for the ice, or like a Eskimo's ass.
A snowman.
Oh,
Hey babe,
man.
I upgraded
gross.
our ice maker.
Oh, gross. Some black guy.
Move on
in
to our
it.
fucking thing. Oracle with Psycho Cat.
Yeah. So I fucking wake up like last week. I'm sleeping middle of the night, like 2:00 in the morning. I wake up to a fucking cat hanging from my fucking finger
What? In the middle of the night?
in the middle of the night because I think she was trying to jump up on the side of the bed, fucking missed or whatever because the dog's taking up all the space and everything, and just, scrambles and decides to stick her fucking claw in the side of my nail bed.
Oh, dude.
Ow, right there,
Jesus.
Yeah.
Did you fling it across the room like, oh my God?
So I just wake up screaming. I'm just like, what the fuck? I knew I was fucking bleeding. I fall back asleep, wake up the next morning. My fucking
wait.
fingers
Wake up.
covered in
You knew you're
blood.
bleeding.
You didn't get up and look?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God.
I did.
Somebody could have been murdering your family.
Yeah.
You're like, I didn't
That's
hurt.
like
I'm going back to sleep.
that's like the most real man thing I've ever heard in my life.
No, it's not. If I wake up in
Fuck
pain,
it.
I'm like, what's going on?
So I went back to sleep.
So
Right.
yeah, it still
That
hurts
is
like
the
a
most
son of a
manly
bitch. But it was a rude fucking awakening, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Middle of the
blood.
fucking
It wasn't.
night.
No, it wasn't because you went back to sleep. You were like, ow.
How much blood did you get on the cheese? I'd be
Right.
pissed if I was your wife.
Right. Wake up like, are you still alive? Look, I got blood on the goddamn sheets. What'd you do last night? Something hurt me, but I just wanted to go back to sleep, so I did.
So your nail all look all gross and dried,
It's
crusty.
well, I finally was able to break off kind of like the grizzled part of it, so it actually doesn't look bad, but it hurts like it's like hard
stop
and
doing
like
that.
Your cuticle,
Yeah.
like I got that before.
it's like all misshapen.
Yeah.
Probably got cat fucking shit in there or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Well, you didn't care because you went back to sleep.
You're gonna have
You didn't
cat
clean out
scratch
the seat.
fever.
yeah,
Right?
No rinsing it out with
Yeah. Is it infected? Who cares?
rubbing alcohol, hydrogen peroxide. Oh,
I'm glad you're okay, buddy.
Yeah, I made
Yeah.
it barely, but I made it out.
Barely, but he did it.
Barely.
all right. Moving on. That was funny. Hands off my president, Mystic.
Hands off.
Yeah, so our beloved president Trump was threatened by Xi Jinping today.
Oh, really?
Well, he just said that if they don't agree or if Taiwan isn't handled properly, that there's going to be a problem, basically, is what he said.
World War III,
You know what I mean?
bitches.
Yeah, and China is in Iran. So I'm a bit worried that, like,
Yeah.
China's going to be like, listen, we're taking Taiwan. Do
All
what
they
you
got to
need
do
to
is
do.
blockade it. Like, we're not going to get over there in time.
Right. So
I think this whole Iran
I
debacle
hope
has
it doesn't
embarrassed our
turn into
military.
anything. And honestly, I think the Chinese government and people aren't that stupid.
Exactly.
Because even though they do have a massive military, it would be a fucking dogfight and it'd be ridiculous. Because
Well,
it's-
let alone the
know.
like, it would be the new Strait of Hormuz because of all the microprocessors not coming out anymore.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it
And
would be
that would stall,
devastating.
that stalls so much manufacturing.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah, so I hope Trump doesn't make some dumb mistake and fucking
But you know he will.
yeah.
I don't even use Calendly, bro. But if I had a, will he make a dumbass decision in 2 days?
You know,
or whatever
they
time.
do.
I'm
They
betting
got
the
some
house.
kind of fucking some bet going on,
I'm betting the house.
some parlay.
All right. Next, Teddy, piece of shit, Guju scammer.
Yeah, I didn't know any Indian slurs, so I was at work. I don't know. I didn't know any Indian slurs.
The Red Eye reports new racist term.
If anybody knows any racial slurs for Indians, I'm like the red dot Indians. Not
Let us know in the comments.
Indians. Let us know in the comments, okay? Fuck these people. So I'm at work. I'm at work and it's after we sent. I'm the only one in the kitchen because we're waiting. It's slow and everything else. So I'm doing stuff and I get a. I'm always listening to my book in my ear, and I get a call and I'm like, hello, and it's like, hey, this is what do you call himself? It was fraud prevention. And I'm like, okay, like did you the car with last numbers of blah blah blah, did you try to purchase it for $160? I'm like, no, I didn't. They're like, okay, we're gonna put some security on that. I was like, put security on it. I'm like, aren't you fraud protection? You're already security. He's like, no, we're gonna put security on it. He's like, so what I need you to do is I'm gonna need you to click on this Google thing. And it's like, hey, this person tried to log into your Google thing to change your passwords. And he was like, and I clicked, I was like, no. And he's like, no, sir, we got to change your passwords to get protection on it. And I was like, you keep saying get protection on it. Where are you? What fraud protection are you from? Because everybody else, anytime I use my cards as fraud protection, they send me a text. I haven't gotten a text on any of this stuff.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about? And he did have he knew what credit cards I had. And everything else, but he what he was trying to do was get into the apps to change all my passwords to lock me out and use my shit. That's what he was trying to do.
Take your money.
But so when I just pretty much fucked this guy for fucking the longest, for like 45 minutes, I just fucked this guy because I had nothing to do. It was, and he was, and I after a while, people started coming in. I got upset, so I hung up on him, and he called me back, and he's like, "Hey, if you hang up on me again, I'm gonna lock you out of all your shit." And I was like, well, here's the funny thing about it. I changed all my passwords, and I've alerted all my people because I hung up on him. I had like 20 minutes. So I called my bank and shit and all my cards and got all my shit changed over real quick. And so he called me again and threatened to lock me out of all of my shit. I just had fun fucking with this guy. Scammers are pieces of shit. It's make your own money. Don't take anybody else's. And so and it was he was
trying to make his own money.
He's trying to win his freedom. You know, half of those scammers are actually fucking prisoners, like me and Mark.
Hey, when you fuck with Teddy, bro, I should have googled some fucking Indian slurs. I was like, Jews. I was like, buddy, I said,
if I could say something racist to you right now, I would.
I really would, man.
Right there, Juju.
He was like, I need the last 4 of your social security number. I was like, no, nobody ever asked me that.
Nobody's gonna say that.
Sir, just the last 4 so we can put security on it. You want to put security on my social security? No, bro, we good.
Put security on. You are security.
Yeah, and he said he was from the fraud department of Visa and MasterCard. And I was like, oh, they working together? I didn't know that.
Yeah, right.
American Express is pissed.
They got joint forces.
Like, I didn't know they was working together. No, sir, we are from the same company. And I was like, no, you're not, bro. I mean, you just fucking with me, man. Come on, bro. I was like, no, your accent makes me not trust you. My name is Kenneth Brown. No, it's not. Your name is Punjab piece of shit is what it is.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah, it was a fun conversation we made. It was fun. Fucking Gucci's.
Sorry, our Indian fans.
We don't have any.
We ain't got no Indian fans.
They're bad people. We don't have any.
I'd have some Native American fans.
Holy shit. Yeah, I don't like scammers. I watch a YouTube channel of these guys who fuck with scammers from India, and it is fucking hilarious what they do to these people.
Yeah. I watch.
Yeah.
Good times, great oldies. All right.
Good time, great oldies.
98.6.
Me. Gas is too damn high.
Here we go.
It's too damn high.
$72. It cost me $72 to fill up yesterday. I was on E. I used that in 4 days. $72.
Wow.
It's fucking annoying. It's so fucking annoying.
Pay attention to your gas tank too, because I've seen people. Even today, we had this trip down Chicago. My boss drove, but he's like, Jesus Christ. He's like, I'm already through a quarter tank of gas, and I filled up this morning before we left Madison. I was like, what the hell?
They watering it down.
Online that, yeah, they're like some of it. They're putting 15% ethanol in to stretch the gas out.
Yeah.
So what's the point if you burn through the gas faster?
Right.
Are you really saving money? You're filling up for.
Yeah, you're.
And all these motherfuckers too. Every time this shit happens, every time gas goes up, there's a factory that fucked up in Indiana or like Illinois somewhere or some shit. Get the fuck out of here every time.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear about this shit fucking any other time. No, it's always when the demand, goes. It's just fucking.
Well, the thing is too, it's a global commodity. So when the price goes up worldwide, it goes up here too. Even though we make a lot of oil here.
Yeah.
So yeah, it sucks. I keep thinking, God, I should just fill it up and then like refill it when it's to only a quarter tank down instead of like waiting to like it's a quarter tank left and just throwing another $20 in. Like,
dude, I've been taking my son to school on a motorcycle. Like, fuck that, bro. Let's go.
Yeah, right.
That's a good idea.
I'm like, yeah, I'm not. Nah, Daddy's not doing this. No, sir.
I'd get one of those fat people mopeds if I didn't have to work fucking half an hour away.
I'm worried about my flights. There's one flight I don't have yet, and that's the flight from Ireland to England. I don't have that flight yet. I was gonna get it on the day of because I don't know when I'm getting to the airport. I don't want to get plane tickets and then get to the airport and miss my flight. So I'm kind of worried that price is gonna skyrocket or not be available with me. I have to take like a ferry and cost me like a day of my trip. So
Yeah, or like somehow you're gonna be fucking paying for more of it later.
Yeah, because the flights aren't bad. I mean, they have a Spirit kind of thing over there where the flight's like $50, but you got to pay for air and seatbelt and shit like that. But I feel like
pay
that'll be
for seatbelts.
no, I'm joking, but I mean it's. I mean it's like that whole little Spirit thing. You pay for your the seat, your ticket's cheap, but your bag and then your seat, and then if you want snacks, and then that kind of thing.
For $50, we open cargo bay. You sit next to luggage.
So I am worried that that's gonna take a bigger chunk. I only plan on spending like $400 or $500 for those flights, if that. But if it I feel like it might be more than that. So.
Yeah, I'm just like, Doug, I ain't traveling for a bit. Not unless necessary.
Fuck that. I'm using all the air fuel I can while they got it. Fuck that. Get me the fuck out of here.
Open up the Hormuz. The Red Eye Report demands it. All right.
That and blood.
In all seriousness, go fuck yourself, Jerry Lee Lewis. That's our show. We're going to be here every Wednesday or Thursday night, 10 p.m. Central.
He ain't married a 14-year-old, okay?
Sure, you join the conversation at theredeyereport.com. Facebook.com/Red Eye Report. Don't try to twiddle us. Like us, share us.
It's not allowed.
Down, whatever. I'm the Ashtray.
I'm Oracle.
And this is Teddy.
And this is the Red Eye Report.
It's a lot of gin. There's that vodka. Just chugging.